Would you buy a house covered floor to ceiling in faux fur? Or with a 20-foot swing in the middle of the living room?
Yeehaw! Just a couple miles away from Monument, there's a little taste of the old Wild West.
Fire crews here on scene actively trying to extinguish the flames. As I step out of the shot, you can get a good look at this active blaze. It appears as though some hay has lit on fire inside of a small structure.
Army soldier specialist Morgan Jennison says that Trooper K saved his life, so he knew he had to track him down, and us, knowing that we highlight heroes.
The person suspected of killing 5 people and injuring 17 others here at Club Q in Colorado Springs was present in court on Wednesday.
One of the many reasons that District 60 and District 70 students came together to produce a live broadcast is for the viewers at home that couldn't make it in person.
And he's going to get stacked up trying to make a play.
There's a first for everything. First note, first song, first generation.
Is really the dream becoming reality.
And while Mariachi Diamante wants you to listen,
Así es mi ritmo, muchachos.
Just as importantly, they want you to live in the moment.
Some of the ways that we play mariachi music, there's no way to write it onto a page.
And the place they take the page to the people the best, St. Joseph's Parish in Pueblo, where it sounds much like heaven on earth. It's a 12-person group led by David Benavidez, 5th-generation Mexican-American.
Its roots, just like we do it as mestizos.
Some friends, all considered family.
A mariachi violin will always sound like a mariachi violin. A mariachi trumpet will always sound like a mariachi trumpet.
Now, a prototypical mariachi band will have as many as 8 violins, at least 1 guitar, which can include a high-pitched vihuela, and or an acoustic bass guitarron, and 2 trumpets. And oh boy, those trumpets.
When you compare it next to a jazz violin or a jazz trumpet, if you pay enough attention and your ear is trained, you'll hear distinctive differences in the tonality, what they call it, the timbre the instrument brings.
And while you might assume we are witnessing tradition passed down from one generation to another through time,
our culture has been stripped away from us due to where we are here in the United States and our place in history.
Benavidez says it is him who introduced and educated his own children to their culture.
Why we as a people connect to this, that is engraved in our DNA.
Culture learned, culture shared. Music in the heart, mind, soul.
It's an honor for me to try to earn the title of mariachi and continue to pass that along to my family.
Any place, any time.
From eyes to the sky in admiration.
I was always that kid that would look up to the sky, see an airplane, and wish that I was the one in that cockpit.
To landing in the captain's seat himself as a 17-year-old.
I was a junior when I started flight training, and then it was February of my senior year of high school when I was certified.
Kyle Wren is making his dreams of flying planes a reality. As a certified private pilot before getting a high school diploma.
It's an amazing feeling. It's one like no other. It's a sense of freedom. It's a sense of responsibility.
Feelings, opportunities, funded with a scholarship from Wings Over the Rockies.
Got a scholarship toward the end of my senior year which is now currently funding my bachelor's degree fully.
Flight training is something that so many people want to do. It's a very fulfilling career, but the upfront expense is very intensive. Lots of education on the front end before you get to that phenomenal airline or charter, whatever job it is that you're after in the aviation industry.
Wings Over the Rockies providing flight training scholarships for up to $12,000 for about 25 teens a year. Recipients are 15 to 19 years old.
And then private pilot certification is a minimum of 40 flight hours. Legally, most people, however, do it on an average of 60 to 70.
Hours and instruction reaffirming Ren is right where he should be.
A good pilot is always learning, so don't give up on your dreams and know that it is definitely worth it.
In Centennial, Nicole Fierro, Fox 31.
She brings hope to the world of today when there's very little of it.
Little Amal, she's a girl from Syria, and she fled Syria in 2021 when she was 9 years old in search for a new home, in search for her mom, and in search for a safe haven. And now she has become the symbol of solidarity and hope. Children are making 50% of all refugees in the world. It was important for us to bring back dignity, not only a bed and food, but to give them back a voice. And it's funny because Amal doesn't have a voice, but with the imagination of the audience that fills in the gaps. It's an exercise on empathy. It's a way for the audience to not only see numbers on the news, but to see an actual girl that is traveling on her own around the world, trying to find a safe place to be.
The area that we're in right now is emblematic of immigrants and what immigrants can do. You know, we serve unaccompanied immigrant children every single day. We serve thousands of them a year. And so she is an unaccompanied child. She's a child. She's looking for her mother. She's what so many of our clients are. And so I think it's really important to support Amal, but also the cause.
Through the eyes of Amal, I have been walking across the route of refugees. So for me, Amal, she's not a puppet. We refer to her as a person. She's our little girl. For me, she's a way of learning how to get a step closer to the experience of refugee people, because I'm not a refugee myself, I'm a migrant.
Hey, we were all immigrants at one time. Even if you were born here, your family was of immigrants.
El Paso's the epicenter, right? El Paso is at the heart of where immigration is today. We see so many people coming through El Paso. And even, you know, back to our name, we're the Paso del Norte, right? We're the path to the north. And so I think it's important to recognize that and recognize that we still have so many people that come through this region every single day.
Beauty, beauty is before me. Beauty is behind me.
With being a current associate from Walmart, it means a lot for her coming and showing support for the families, the associates that were affected by that horrible, tragic incident. And I'm just wanted to say thank you for her coming, showing her support, as well as us trying to show support for the refugees.
She has shown me what it means to be scared, to be alone, and it's about giving them back a voice, a dignity. You know, don't forget about them. Don't forget about us, the children. I don't know about the future of Little Amal, but what I know is that what's really important about the future of this project is about the voice of these children today and how it's gonna change through time and the impact they're gonna make in the future.
She represents hope, and I think it's also a global recognition of immigration as an issue and the need to really welcome and the importance of us being involved in this issue and continuing to advocate